And I want to welcome Middle from Morris University to Texas Tech Public. This is an incredible reaching across universities together. I want to thank Tanya Hari for working with this project on our side. I want to thank Ruth Kayla, who's at Temple University in Philadelphia. It's an artist of our program, helping with as well as Sean Ford Christensen, who is the head of the ability for us to work together and to create dance which is not the dance world. Having the opportunity to learn from each other is the biggest important outcomes of the science foundation. So, forward to the performance, forward to doing many more of these events and collaborations.
Well, I seem to be the big head from Oz, so I'll go. Greetings to you from Florida, to Liverpool, Lubbock, and our internet viewers. I'm lucky in that I have been in both of the spaces, Sudley Theater I've worked in, and also I've visited the spaces at Texas Tech, so I felt very comfortable working on this from the internet. I'll give you a little background. Since 2006, Dr. Brooks and I have created what is now 13 telematic projects like this to explore how this technology intersects and compares to the traditional methods and processes of creating and teaching creative process. Using various pedagogical scenarios and across several software and hardware platforms, themes have ranged from the totally abstract to the narrative to today's socio-political perspective on the use of plastics. 3 of the projects that we have done included 3 performance sites, working with a composer, conductor, and live musicians in Edinburgh, Scotland, and 1 project focused on 2 professional dancers. Institutions that have been involved in our projects have included John Moores University in Liverpool, Edinburgh Napier University in Scotland, Temple University in Philadelphia, Colgate University in Hamilton, New York, Nova Southeastern University here in Fort Lauderdale, and now Texas Tech University, which happens also to be my alma mater. Dr. Colmeneri worked with us as a doctoral student at Temple University and as faculty at Colgate University and is now at Texas Tech. Each project has discovered some new aspect to pedagogy and process with changes in dancers, technology, and research goals. Along the way, challenges always included coordination of spaces, schedules, and of course, we were working across zones. Well, and thank you for sharing this journey with us. Now, Pauline, you're on.
Thank you. I'd like to welcome you all to Liverpool. Hope that you enjoy this performance. This work, Plastic Tide, has been created through a process that has just been 9 weeks, where we have met at a very precise time of 1 hour and 20 minutes each week. So this is really a sharing of where we're at just now, exploring this technology and our theme. So can I ask my dancers to come through? I just have one thing to do for the house here.
We have no fire alarms planned for this evening. Should the fire alarm go, we will have listened We have exit here,
here,
here, and if needs be, we can get you through backstage and off that way.
this sharing will be, have the opportunity for both our internet audience and our live audience, both sides, to engage with the performers and the directors with a short question and answer session. So enjoy it and welcome to Plastic Time.
So all those observations and data collection systems can give really valuable data.
being experts with a global threat. We will go dangerous parties to do
Maybe some help.
Well, let's try and just go for top speed. My name is Sarah. I'm working with the dance program. And you did a fabulous job. I thought it that's the crowd.
Close to the microphone.
Can you hear now? Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. My question is, just logistically, how did you coordinate figuring out on count? Did you count to make sure everybody was in the right place at the right time?
Why don't we let the dancers answer that?
So we didn't really work on counts. We created movement and then we created a score afterwards. So the music was based on movement rather than the score because we were like 2 seconds difference, so you're 2 seconds behind us. So if we went off count,
Okay.
so it makes it a lot easier to work the other way around.
Fascinating. That's awesome. Very interesting. Cool. I love it. Yeah, good job.
Now get to that microphone.
Do you have a question?
How did the bottle that came in through the creative process? Because I loved the bottle that came into the camera. How did that emerge? And yeah.
We had a question here about how did we come up with the idea of the bottles on the screen. And I think that really came from play. We played with bottles that have and we
With bottles that have water in them.
my mic not work.
I'll try this one. Can you hear me through the webcam? Yeah. So the exploration actually came just through play, but we were aware of the need for the fact that we had an internet audience, and Luke has been director for that audience, as well as having a live audience in Texas, and Tanya was director for that, and a live audience here in Liverpool, and that was my responsibility, and how we could coordinate and make something of interest at some point, we hope, for each of those different audiences. We tried throwing the bottles, but the timing on this system that we're using to link up has quite a time lag. So, which is why I'm not using this microphone, because I can hear the echo lag in the time frame. So trying to catch and throw bottles became a little difficult, became really difficult, extremely difficult with the time lag. So we've taken that one out. Someone on the internet says we can't hear Texas, that's all.
Probably the first time that was well tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pauline, also, one of the things about using the bottles she asked for, one of the things we do when creating choreography in general is what is the role of the camera? And part of that is the difference between how close or how far away you are from the camera, because it edits things differently depending on that distance. So that was another reason we used the bottles. We thought, how could we really get that sense of almost drowning to the audience, which is that water in the bottle. Here it is in your face.
I liked it. I liked it.
If that's okay, I'd like to thank everyone for coming, for joining us on the internet, for joining us in Texas, for joining us in Florida, for joining us in Liverpool, and for this.
You have one question?
Okay, we'll have one last question, and then we'll go.
Yeah, okay. Could y'all point up towards the camera or towards y'all respective audience?
All.
All of the above. What was it?
Yeah,
It's gone low.
Yeah, that's one of the challenges that we set up for ourselves in these, is that you have to be aware of yourself, your fellow dancers, the live audience, the camera, and the internet audience. And that's one of the challenges for the dancers as a performer, the skills that they're creating to work in media.
I'll just stop for a moment. So if I move my right arm to the left, and so the dancers need to translate their bodies to be in reverse. That's really
Then we'll say goodbye. Good evening.
Great job, dancers. Thank you. Thank all the audience.